What's going on, team? What's going on, team? My bad for the late start. I was making a tea real quick. Hope you guys have had a fantastic day today. If you guys traded today, hope everything went well. Hope you guys caught some trades today. My bad, just taking a sip of the tea. That was pretty fucking good. I did a good job. Let's get started, guys. First and foremost, again, hope you guys have had a good day today. Hope you guys had a great trading day today. Pairs we're gonna go over are the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red folder, starting off with AUDUSD, finishing off with US oil. We will be going in order from the top to the bottom. We'll be going over AUDUSD, EA, EU, ECAD, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. But if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. Again, if it's a pair that's not on our list, we'll do it at the end of the stream. If it's a pair that's on our list, for example, if you want me to go over gold or if you want me to go over GU, we will get there. Again, I'm going in order. Again, I'm gonna go pretty fast. You know, we had news today, so we'll talk about it with the pairs that were affected with the news today. We'll talk about it. You know, we'll talk about every single pair, what we're expecting for price to do going into tomorrow and going in for the rest of the week. Again, I say this every single stream, guys. This is rinse and repeat, right? The same thing we did on Monday's class is the same thing we did on Tuesday's class. It's going to be the same thing that we're doing in today's class, right? Everything we do is rinse and repeat. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Here, what's good, Muhammad? Welcome, welcome. But again, if you guys have any questions, if I'm going too fast, if you need me to slow down, if something isn't making sense, just ask the question, right? A question that you're maybe scared to ask, somebody else may be feeling the same way. So a question that you ask may help the other 100 people that we have, and vice versa, right? So don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what we're here for. Again, everything we do here is completely free. We do the free one-on-one sessions. We do live streams Monday through Friday, right? 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. the live trading session Monday through Friday. The isolation session, market breakdown, which is this one, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. And then we do the weekly market breakdown on Sunday. That one doesn't really have a set time, but it could be anywhere between 12 to 3 to 4 p.m. We usually do it before the market open. I do have something to say about that too, and I also have a little announcement. I don't know if he's going to be doing his one-on-one sessions. I know he had a flight today. I don't know if he will be available. I don't know if he'll be doing the sessions when he gets to where he's going to. I'm not 100% sure. I have a phone call with him tomorrow. He texted me today and I'm gonna call him tomorrow. And I'll confirm it with you guys in the Discord. So good evening, bro. Good evening. What's up, my brother? What else did I have to say? Sunday session, I might not be home Sunday, so I'll confirm with you guys on Saturday. If I'm not gonna be home Sunday, I'll confirm Saturday, and we'll do the weekly market breakdown on Saturday if I'm not home on Sunday. But if I am home on Sunday, then the class, you know, again, it'll be anywhere between 12 to 3 p.m., 12 to 4 p.m. That's when I'll do the session. If I'm home. Again, if I'm not home, then I'll do the session on Saturday. Or if for some reason I don't do the session on Saturday and I'm not home on Sunday, like on time before 5 p.m., I'll do it on Sunday once I get back home. But I should be back home by Sunday 6, 7 p.m., maybe 8 p.m. So I'll let you guys know on Saturday what the plan is for that. So again, guys, before we get started, any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over? Did anybody take any trades today? You want me to go over that chart or want me to go over that trade? Anything at all, let me know. I'll give you guys 30 seconds here. Any questions at all, let me know. And then we'll get it started at the 14-minute and 30-second mark. And again, for the people who are watching the recording, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. Message me with a timestamp as to where your question is at, which pair, and we'll go over it in the one-on-one or on a call, whatever you guys want to do. No trades? Alright, no problem. Today was a high impact news day, Muhammad. It's no problem. Right, this entire week, you know, we already know how the market moves. Right, first and foremost, it was the first non-farm of the week or of the year, right? Last Friday. Right, so we already know that this week market has to make a correction, right? And that's exactly what the market did Monday through Friday, or Monday through Wednesday. We're pretty much up until today. So I haven't looked at the charts since the news hit, but I know that we had some crazy movement on some pairs, especially US30 and US30 and GU. I think it was that I was looking at this morning on the live stream. So we know that the market moved today, right? The question now is, did the market move enough? Did it make enough noise in the market for us to start looking for entries? That's what we're going to be looking at today. Again, a lot of these pairs also are pretty much in their counter trend zones, right? Again, AU, we know that we're in A2 in the second zone consolidation, right? We finally got a little break of structure, a little testing candle of the lows, right? But we still have that gap at the top. Remember what we were saying, right? Now we're at the low of consolidation in a downtrend. This is not the best spot to take a trade going short, right? The only way I'll take a trade is if and when we get a break of structure or retest to then continue. It's the only way I'll take a trade. However, with AU specifically, right, we still have this gap. So could price do the same thing that it's been doing since 2022? Rejecting highs, rejecting lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, reject lows again the same way we did the last 4 times? It could happen, right? And it would make sense. Again, if price rejects these lows and continues to push to the top side, we know that the first point of interest as to where we want to start seeing price go back down again is going to be once price fills this gap to then continue, right? I also like that this zone of consolidation and this gap, if we really look at it, could this be a type 3 pattern, right? This zone of consolidation, could it be a type 3 pattern? Absolutely, right? Price coming up 50% of the zone of consolidation to then continue that push down to the bottom, 100%, right? That looks exactly, it looks like price wants to do exactly that, right? So at this point, we just got to be patient, right? We know that we're at a lower low in a downtrend. Do we want to trade in a lower low to continue to make lower lows, or do we want to trade a lower high to go into a lower low, right? We want to trade the lower high to go into a lower low. So right now we're just waiting for price to give us a pullback, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, price finally went up, gave us a little small lower high. But again, that's in the 4-hour, right? We also know that we have 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, market must move sideways or go down. So we could most likely look for an entry, a small little entry, right, to give us a little push down to the bottom, just for price to give us higher high to go into a higher low. But again, just gonna be patient, right? I'm not gonna force any trades. Again, especially with pairs that have gaps in the market opposite of where they're supposed to be at, that's a whole different conversation, right? I'm definitely not gonna force a trade if we have a gap in the market, right? So just gonna be patient. Again, AU still looks good, market structure looks good, price is moving exactly where it needs to move. But let's go look for a better looking pair, right? EA, I had a lot of people message me last night. Yo, EA's ready to go. It's ready to take off. We'll go over it, right? EA, we're in V2. We're in the second zone consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Market structure looks good. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. However, once you go to the 4-hour, once you go to the 30-minute, you start seeing that price is rejecting those buy positions, right? We also know that in the 30-minute time frame, we talked about this last night. We've been talking about this since last week. Literally since last week, we've been talking about the fact that price has been rejecting highs and rejecting lows, right? As soon as the market opened last night, what did price do? Rejected highs and started going down. A lot of you guys got faked out. I saw the entries before you deleted them. A lot of you guys got faked out thinking that price was going to bounce off from here to continue to push to the top side. And what did I say? Before you take a trade, make sure you have the break of structure. And that's what happens, right? If you don't wait for those if you don't wait for those break of structures, you're done. You're gonna hit stop loss. We talked about this yesterday during the isolation session. We talked about it on Monday's isolation session. We talked about it on Sunday's weekly market breakdown, and we talked about it on Thursday last week during the isolation session. Again, we've been talking about this pair for a week now, and I've been telling you guys exactly what we need to wait for, right? So there's no reason to have taken that trade. You had no reason to take that trade. Nothing, right? This is still a pair that I'm taking a back seat on. I'm not going to be trading this. I don't get a break of the high, I'm not trading. I'm just letting it go. 15-minute engulfing on AU, is there? Let's see. I should have checked that, you're right. 4 hour nothing, 1 hour nothing. 30-minute nothing, 15-minute, yeah, 15-minute engulfing. You have a little green, green, red. It's not bad. 15-minute engulfing candle. Not bad at all. Right, so now let's look at this in the lower interval. We have the 5-minute and the 1-minute. I want to see market structure kind of turn around. Right, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. And then price went down, gave us a little lower low, change of character, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price started turning around a little bit again here, right? We had a little higher high, and we know we're trading between this low and this high. High, higher low, higher high. Boom. We have a little change of character, lower low here, right? So definitely gonna keep an eye on AU here. Now, if we don't get that break of structure, but we get the retest, will this be a position to take? If we go and we look at last week's entries, right? Does this whole sequence here, look similar to what's going on now? Right? What happened inside this square? Does this look similar to what's going on right now? Right? Very similar. Very similar. Right? The only difference is that we were previously at a 4-hour high, right? We had a test rejection of the 4-hour highs to continue. If we would have had a change of character and then a break of structure retest, and this would have been the retest of the break of structure, I would have felt so much more comfortable taking this position, especially after having 3 days of rise, right? So either way, good eye on that 15-minute engulfing. It is a good engulfing candle. It does look strong. However, again, the fact that price is still making higher highs and higher lows, once again, is one of those trades where it would be low probability but low risk, right? We're talking about a 4 pip stop loss, you know what I mean? You can't ask for a better entry than that, right? If it does work out, right? Low probability but it's high risk or a high reward. It is high reward if you end up getting this entry and it working out the same way as this one, right? So AU looks good, right? EA, we already know we're skipping that one. I'm not even gonna have that one on. We're gonna turn that one off. EU, we wanted to see a clean break of structure of these highs. We did not get that break of structure. Price gave us a testing candle and went right back down to the bottom, right? Gave us a little day of drops. We're still trading between lower lows and lower highs, guys, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, boom. Price went to the top side, gave you a lower high, and started to push right back down to the bottom, right? So right now for EU, just gonna skip it, right? There's really nothing here. We're still making lower lows, lower highs. Overall market makers pattern, we know we're still in an uptrend. We're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, where again price is still making lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. In the 4-hour time frame, we also have an engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle going counter. So once again, we're just gonna skip this. What are we gonna wait for? We're gonna wait for price to start making higher highs and higher lows to then start looking for those entries to continue the push to the top side, right? Before that, that's it. There's really nothing else, right? We just gotta be patient. EURCAD in the daily time frame, we still have that gap at the bottom of the market. We're in an overall market makers pattern uptrend. We're still in V1. We're still in the first zone consolidation. We haven't gotten a break of structure of the highs. Price is still making lower lows and lower highs. So once again, once we fill this gap up at the bottom, that's when I'll start looking to take a trade, right? 4-hour time frame, we're still making lower lows and lower high, lower low, lower high. In the 4-hour time frame, we printed a bearish engulfing candle as well, going counter again against the overall trend, and we ended up having a day of drop today as well. So once again, EURCAD, just gonna skip it. Once we fill that gap up, that's when I'll start trading EURCAD. For now, we're just gonna turn that off. See you guys later. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, my bad, I'm back. The Fib 2, 15-minute engulfing on AU. Fib 2 on AU, I wouldn't. Wait, what are you talking for AU? You mean? Let's go back real quick. We have a Fib from. Dude, like, could this fucking stick? Like, what are we talking about? Come on, thank you. God damn it. Little 61.8 retracement, not bad. The 4-hour time frame, cool. Yeah, little 61.8, 50 to 61. Yeah, at this point too with the Fib, you know, whenever I'm looking at Fibs, I always want to start seeing, in this case, lower lows and lower highs once we get to that zone. The fact that we don't have that yet, it still would still be the same thing, right? So, you know, if, like, for example, now that we got that 15-minute engulfing, we can see a 30-minute one printing. Is this a valid engulfing candle in the 30? No, that doesn't have a bottom wick. So, yeah, I would just say keep it on the 30-minute, right? Keep it on the 30-minute and the 5-minute, or the 1-minute, my bad. If the 1-minute time frame gives us, right, higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, change of character, right? Lower low, lower high, right? At this point, we know that if we get the break of structure, right, I don't want to see price give us a higher high retest to continue. Now, could price do this and give you the inducement of these highs to make everybody believe that this is where price is going to continue to go higher, right? But then realistically speaking, this is where they'll give us that entry to continue. This could happen. However, whenever I'm looking for the engulfing candle, the entry on the engulfing candle, I don't really want to see price give me the inducement, right? Because again, could price just give you a lower low, change of character, lower high, a little fake out of the lows, and then turn back around and start giving you higher highs and higher lows? That could happen, right? So just be with AU, just be very cautious with this trade. Once again, just keep it simple, right? How do you keep this simple? Look, where are we? Right? Where are we? We're at a lower low, right? So again, this goes with what I always say, right? When you're trading market structure, right, and you have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? If you're at a lower low, right, at the lower low, do you want to take a double top entry, right? Or at a lower low, do you want to take the double bottom entry, right? Would you rather take a double top entry at a lower low, or would you rather take a lower low and or lower would you rather take a double top entry at a lower high, right? This is more high probability than this one over here, because at a lower low, you're looking for price to give you a lower high. You're not looking for price to give you lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, right? Vice versa with the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Are you looking for price to give you a higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, or are you looking for price to give you a higher high, higher low, right? And then in this higher low, this is where you look for the double bottoms, you look for the bullish engulfing candle, right? So it's just keep it simple when it comes to that, right? Understanding that this engulfing candle is low probability because we're at a lower low, that already gives you a little bit more of a hindsight, like, okay, I gotta take a step back on this trade and just wait for the right confirmations. That's really all it is, right? However, it's good, right? Once again, if we start seeing in the lower time frame that price is rejecting the highs, again, the same way we had here, right? If let's put it this way too. Let's say you don't enter on the 15-minute engulfing. That's okay, right? If you didn't enter, there was no 15-minute engulfing here. If you just wait for the change of character break of structure, you get in on the break of structure to continue, right? This had a 15-minute engulfing, but that's okay. If you didn't want to enter on the 15-minute engulfing and you waited for the break of structure retest, you know, you got in here, right? So you'll have the opportunities to enter, right? You will have the opportunities to enter. Same thing here, right? There's no 15-minute engulfing, but if you waited for the change of character, right, break of structure retest, and you got in here, right, you still hit TP, right? So it's you know, you'll have the opportunities that look better whenever price sets up for you, right? We don't have to force anything. So it's okay, right? We just got to be patient with it. Wait for price to kind of just set up a little bit more, give us more of an insight as to where price wants to go, and then we will, go ahead and start taking those trades. We have news at 8 a.m. Yeah, tomorrow we have news at 8. Won't take it, but there is news. Yeah. If not, I would have taken that risk. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's still, the risk isn't bad, right? We're talking about a 4 pip stop loss is really not a bad risk to take. So, all right. So GA, we know we're in level 3. We were in V2. We were in the second zone consolidation. We got the break of structure. Now we got the retest. Oh, I got the hiccups now. All right. So now that we got the retest, once again, this is where we want to start seeing price turn around. However, we understand that these are just different points of interest. Could price go lower and give us a steeper, higher low before we make a higher high? Of course. Right, and again, our confirmation for that is waiting for price to turn around. Once we start seeing higher highs and higher lows, that's when we'll start looking to take trades. Right now, in every single time frame, what is price doing? Lower lows and lower highs. That's it. Right, we're still making lower lows and lower highs. We still have no entries. We still just got to be patient, wait it out, wait for price to turn around, and then we start taking the trades. Right, then we start taking the entries. Right, so we still have a day of drop. This could give us a 30-minute engulfing candle. Right, nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1 hour. The 30-minute looks good. The 15-minute has a small engulfing candle, but it's small candles. I don't really want to call this an engulfing. Right, and that green candle doesn't have a top wick, so we'll wait for this in the 30-minute. We still got a minute and a half. Actually, let's wait for this. Well, we'll come back to it. No, it's in the 3-minute. I mean, oh, I got you. I thought my bad. It's in 3 minutes. What are you talking about? We got news now? At 7:30 for AUD? Oh shit, we do. You're right. My bad, I read that shit completely wrong. Fuck it, let's wait for that real quick. Let's see. This is GBP AUD as well. Alright, we'll see how this plays out. Right, look how the market is fucking everybody, right? We have a bearish engulfing candle here. Right, and it looks like price wants to print this engulfing candle. But we got 50 seconds for news. Let's see how that plays out. Just take a few minutes here. Take a few seconds to look at how this prints. $30. Let's see. Right. If you were to take this, you would have a 25 pip stop. Yeah, it's crazy. This is not a position I'm taking. I'm just putting this for visual purposes. That's if this prints as an engulfing candle too. We got 5 seconds. Let's see. It looked promising for the last couple seconds, and then it went down. Right, no engulfing candle. 7:30. Fuck, that shit melted, huh? There you go. Right, price is still making lower lows and lower highs, so no trades. So let's move this here. Right, let's take a look. What Euro AUD as well. Same thing, still making lows. Right, and gave us a new low. Right, again made lower low, lower high, boom, lower low. So Euro AUD again, we gotta wait for it, man. And AUD USD disrespected the engulfing candle. See what I mean? See what I mean? Like this is, again, this is just the same reasoning. Like I wish Kendall was here, man, because Kendall, this visual, like damn, man, where the fuck is Kendall when I need Kendall, man? Like that's a great fucking example. I just DM'd him, bro. Let me see if he could join the disc or if he could join the call, because this example is picture perfect. Right, again, remember what I said, like this same shit that happened here visually is the same thing that happened here. right? And again, the reason why I don't take this trade ever and I wait for the break of structures and the confirmations is because, yes, even though this entry could work out, again, I'm not in the business of could. I'm in the business of really waiting for price to give me the confirmation as to where price wants to go. Even though this is considered low probability, high reward, right? The same way this trade is. This trade going short, right, because of that 15-minute engulfing candle is low probability but high reward if it does work out, right? But again, it's the reasons why these trades don't work out, which is, again, price never turned around, right? Price never turned around here. Price kept making higher highs and higher lows the entire time, right? The entire time. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Same thing for here, right? We never really turned around until we started breaking these lows, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, lower low, lower high, boom, lower low, lower high, 15-minute engulfing, right? This trade is 100% going to work out. This trade up here is a 50% chance. This trade up here is a 50% chance, right? And again, it's just understanding the reasons why. Yeah, in hindsight, this looked amazing. I wish I would have taken that, right? But what if this that happened here today, what if this would have happened here, right? Then everybody who took these shorts would have gotten slapped. Because again, this goes back to what I always say. If you were to take this setup again any other day of the week, would you win? And you already have the answer. The answer was literally given today. No. If you take this setup today, your stop loss would have already been hit, right? Outside of news, outside of everything, just market structure. If this setup would have been present tomorrow morning, it would have done the same thing, because price never turned around. Now, if you wait for price to turn around, right, and give you those breaks, and you wait for the retest, and you wait for those engulfing candles, then you're 100% going to take that trade, and you're going to take profit every single time. Every single fucking time. Tell me I'm wrong, Muhammad. You've been in here. Every single time. Right? So that's the reasons why you have to be very patient. And it's not even about being patient, right? Because you could be patient, but then not know what the fuck you're looking at. So it's like there's no point in being patient if you just don't know what you're looking at, right? That's why I'm very adamant about letting people understand that it's cool that you took a trade, but if you can't explain to me the reasons why you took that trade, right, it's not a valid reason. Oh, because it just felt like it, or it just looked good. Like, that's not a valid reason, right? It's just that doesn't do me anything. That doesn't do you anything. It doesn't, like, the market makers just feel like it. Like, that's not what this is about, right? You have to give me a valid reason as to why it's not a good trade, or why you took that trade and why it's good. You have to tell me why it's a good trade and why it's not a good trade. You have to be able to see both sides of the story. If you can't see both sides of the story, then you're not going to be an efficient trader. Again, you're going to take this one here and then you're going to give it right back a week later. It's just how it is, right? I'm not in the business of making money and then giving it back. That's just, the market is not a charity case, right? I'm here to make money and continue to make money. That's just how it is, right? So again, if you guys have any questions, anything that's not making sense, anything you guys want me to explain again, let me know. But this is today's market structure on AU. This stream couldn't have been better. This already, like, I could turn the stream off right here and call it a day for you guys. Like, that's enough information to really go off on, to really be like, damn, let me go do some homework. You know what I mean? So again, just gonna be patient. If I'm looking for shorts, do I want to be on a lower low or do I want to be on a lower high? I want to be on a lower high. Perfect. If I'm looking for shorts, do I want to see market structure making higher highs and higher lows, or do I want to see market structure making lower lows and lower highs? Right? Lower lows and lower highs. It's very simple, right? Like, yes, do I want to catch the highest point in the market? Yes, of course. And again, you could do that. But there's things you have to wait for. There's confirmations you have to wait for. There's points of interest that you have to wait for in order to be able to catch that pinpoint entry every single time. And again, you might not get that pinpoint entry every single time, right? But I could assure you that you're going to catch an entry like this every single time, right? A continuation, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour engulfing candle. You'll catch that every single time, right? So just be patient, guys. Just be patient. GA, we already went through GA. GCAD still moving sideways again. Never gave us a clean break. Gave us a little small day of rise, but price is still just moving sideways. Over here, right? So let's start from the top to the bottom. Daily time frame for GCAD, right? We know we were in a higher high, looking for a higher low pullback. We're getting the pullback right now. Could we get a steeper pullback? Of course, right? And I am expecting GCAD to give me a steeper pullback, but we'll see what price does here at these daily lows. The 4-hour time frame, we're still making lower lows and lower highs, and right now price is just moving sideways, right? So once again, just gotta be patient. Wait for the break of structures. If we wait for the valid breaks, then we'll be good, right? There's nothing more we could do. We just have to wait for these valid breaks. Once we get these valid break of structures, that's when we'll start taking the trade, right? We have no valid engulfing candles in any time frame, so right now we just got to be patient, wait it out. Again, price is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we've got to be patient. GJ, daily time frame, we're in an uptrend, but still just kind of moving sideways. 4-hour time frame, we're still in an overall uptrend, but again, this is where we can see price kind of just moving sideways, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, and rejecting lows. Once again, pretty much in the zone of consolidation from here to here, right? Price never broke highs, never broke lows, never broke highs. Back to the lows now. We have lower low, lower high, lower low. So again, you know, even though we know we're in an uptrend, what is price still doing? Still making lower lows and lower highs, right? In the 30-minute time frame, price is making lower low, lower high, lower low, right? This is why a lot of traders are being faked out, right? A lot of traders are trying to catch the buys, and it's cool again because they understand that we're in an overall uptrend. However, if you're not paying attention to lower time frame market structure, if you don't know that you're trading between lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, you're going to get trapped. You're going to get trapped, right? I don't care that you took a GJ trade and made 57 pips. I don't care. We're talking about GJ, a fucking pair that does 200 pips on a day-to-day basis. I'm not trying to catch 57 pips on GJ. When I trade GJ, when I trade US30, when I trade gold, when I trade Bitcoin, I'm not trying to go for 2 pips. I'm not trying to go for 10 pips. I'm trying to go for fucking STP 123 pips, right? I'm trying to get paid. I'm not, like GJ is a different beast. Once again, if you follow market structure, it's going to be very simple to not get trapped, right? Again, if you're zoomed in and super zoomed in and you don't know what the fuck you're looking at, you're going to make believe that this is where price started making, oh, higher high, higher low, I'm going to take this trade, haha. Right? And then what happens? Boom, straight into stop loss. Because again, what is price doing? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And what are we expecting? A lower low. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's nothing more simple than this. Than market structure, there's nothing more simple than market structure. I don't care if you saw an order block and that's why you took it and you lost the trade. Again, you can't take a bearish order block when price is uptrending. The same way you can't take a bullish order block when price is downtrending. It just doesn't make any sense. You can't take a double bottom when price is downtrending. You can't take a double top when price is uptrending. The same way that you can't take a bearish engulfing candle when price is uptrending, and vice versa, a bullish engulfing candle when price is downtrending. Doesn't make any sense. If you're looking for buys, you need to make sure that you have a bullish engulfing candle, and you got to make sure that price is making higher highs and higher lows. 30-minute engulfing too could be another example. Here on GJ, yeah, pretty much here, yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. But same thing, right? Very similar, right? This engulfing candle, okay, looks perfect, right? Looks picture fucking perfect, right? You have the engulfing candle. Boom, you have a 13 pip stop loss on GJ. Just think about that. You have a 13 pip, and I haven't even updated STP, but let's say it's the same as yesterday, 123 pips, right? Boom. This is your position. And again, if you take every engulfing candle and you're only risking 14 pips to catch 107 pips or 1 to 7, sign me up. But again, this is low probability, high reward. Where again, if this does work out, then perfect. right? If it doesn't work out, fuck it. It's only 14 pips that you're risking, right? 14 pips, 140 bucks for some people, 14 bucks for some people, right? So like, what's the 70 bucks for some people if you trade half a lot? So it's not really that much. A 14 pip stop on GJ, Drew would fucking kill for this entry, right? For this type of RR on GJ, Drew would fucking kill for that. However, you know, again, what is the probability of this working out when price is still downtrending? Not only is it downtrending in the 30-minute time frame, but we're downtrending in every single time frame. The 5-minute, the 1-minute, right? Internal time frame is still making lower lows and lower highs, right? The only thing that might save you from making some pips is the fact that we're in a lower low, right, in the lower time frame. So could we expect price to give us another lower high somewhere in this area to then continue into a lower low? It could happen, right? But again, this is low probability, high reward trade, and I'm not in the business for that. I want to take high probability trades, right? So let's go on to the next one. We've been talking a lot in this stream, but it's a lot of good information, especially with that news that just dropped. GU, we are in level 2, right? We finally broke above the zone of consolidation. We got the pullback, right? However, price is still making lower lows and lower highs. Very similar to every single pair right now is making the same fucking moves, guys. Same moves. 4-hour time frame, lower low, lower high, lower low. No engulfing candles in the daily, nothing in the 4. You know, the 1 hour did give us a nice engulfing candle right before the news hit this morning, but again, STP and ADR was already hit. Price came back down, right? Retapped the zone and then continued to push to the top side. And again, if you got greedy and you saw, oh, another engulfing candle here, you got slapped, right? Straight into stop loss. And again, the reason why is because price is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So when am I trading GU? Whenever we start making higher highs and higher lows. That's it. It's really that simple, right? I don't care about catching the bottoms of the bottoms. I don't care. I do it? Yeah, when I have the opportunity to. Not when I'm at the lows every single time. There's no point, right? I know that GU could continue to go lower. I know we could go back down to the daily lows, and then this is where price could turn back around. If price doesn't want to push lower, then perfect. What am I going to wait for? I'm going to wait for this break of structure. Once we get the change of character, break of structure, especially the break of structure above the 800 EMA, especially the break of structure above this over here, we have clean traffic right back to the top side, right? So we know that we could take a position. Just think about it. Boom. Let's say we enter somewhere in this area. We have 190 pips to work with. You think I'm going to be greedy? Hell no. I'm going to wait. I'd rather catch 190 pips than catch 20 pips and then lose 30 and then win another 20 and then lose another 15 to then going back and forth and ping-ponging with my profits. I don't want that. I want to catch 190 pips, and then the next time I trade, I want to catch another 200 pips, and the next time I trade, I want to catch another 50 pips. Right? And then maybe I lose a little 2 pip, 3 pips. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll give the market 2-3 pips. Fuck it. Right? I'm not gonna take low probability trades. It just doesn't work. I'm not a low risk. I'm not a low probability trader. I'm not. It's just, it is what it is. Right? So GU will wait for it. US30, you flew. The fuck happened? Right? US30 is good. Right? We had 3 days of rise. Today was the 3rd day. Gave us a nice little 372. Right? We know that we were looking for 2 little points of interest: the gaps and the closure above the previous support zone. Right, where we had a little lower low, lower high, what is this shit called? A little consolidation zone. Sorry, I got a little brain fart. Right, we had the break of structure. We got the break. We got a little retest, and price continued. Right before news. So price did exactly what it needed to do. Right, gave us a change of character. Again, what I'm looking for a change of character, a pullback, and then the break of structure to confirm that price wants to turn around. Right, to confirm that price will continue that push to the top side. Right now, we're still trading between the same low up here and then whatever high is set. We also know that we're at a 4-hour high. Again, everything is color coordinated. 4-hour highs, 4-hour lows are blue. Red is 30-minute. Gray is the daily time frame. Right? Our confirmation that price wants to continue to push to the top side will be if price breaks above our 4-hour highs. Right? At one point in the 4-hour time frame, we did get a little break of structure, break of the lows. Right? So could this be the break? Could price be giving us the inducement the same way that I explained on EU or AU? When price, yeah, it could give you the break and it could come back up and give you an inducement to then go right back down. Right? Could that be happening with US30? For sure. But again, our confirmation, we just have to wait for the break of structure. We have to wait for the rejection candle. We have to wait for the exhaustion candle. We have to wait for the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame to start giving us lower lows and lower highs. Right now, what is price doing? Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, higher low. Right? We're still waiting for these highs up here. Right? So this is all good. We just got to be patient. There's nothing more to do here. We have to wait for price to let us know what it wants to do before we take a trade. Right? USD CAD gave us a, what is this box here? Oh, this is what we're waiting for a break above to continue the push to the top side, or we're waiting for a rejection. Right? So right now we know that USD CAD, we are in level 3. Right? We're at the higher high. Price gave us a little zone of consolidation where price has been rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, and rejecting lows the entire time. So right now for USD CAD, we just got to be patient. Right? That's it. That's really it for USD CAD. We have 3 days of drop, very similar, opposite to US30. Right? US30, we have 3 days of rise. After 3 days, we're looking for price to move sideways or push to the top side. Right? So right now for USD CAD, just got to be patient. Again, if we reject these lows and go back to the top and reject these lows and go back to the top and reject these lows and go back to the top and reject these lows, where do we think we're going to go? If we reject these lows, where do we think we're going to go? We're going to go back down, or are we going to go right back up? Again, same thing in the daily time frame with USD CAD. Same thing we've been talking about for the last 4 or 5 months. We reject the highs, we go low. Reject, go low. Reject, go low. Reject, go low. Break of structure, retest to then continue. Right? Is the same thing that we're waiting for here in the 4-hour time frame. Right? If we reject the lows, we know we're going to go back to the top side. If we break the highs, then we know we're going to wait for a retest to continue the push to the top side. It's that simple. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. It's just about being patient, understanding what zones you're trading in, and waiting for your confirmations. That's it. Right? So right now, again, USD CAD is going to be patient. USD ZAR, same thing as USD CAD, so I'm not going to go into details. The same thing, right? We did get a little change of character, lower low. Still trading between this high. We don't have really a set low yet, but we'll mark this as a low here. Gold. Had some good shit on it, bro. Right? They're like carnival. I done did the impossible. Facts. Right? Gold gave us 2 days of rise, gave us a little higher high here with this green wick that just printed. So we're trading between this 30-minute low and then whatever high is set. Could we expect price to continue to push to the top side? Once again, let's start from the top to the bottom. Daily time frame, we're still in a higher high, higher low situation. Right? We know we have this gap at the bottom of the market. Nothing really here in the daily. The 4-hour, however, where are we? We're downtrending. We're in a zone of consolidation where price has again rejected highs, rejected lows, rejected highs, went to the middle, rejected highs, rejected lows, and we're right back at the highs. So again, am I going to take a trade going long at the top of the zone of consolidation? Negative. I'm not. However, if you want to take a trade, let me know how it goes. We'll go over it. Right? Personally, I'm not going to take a trade. So what am I looking for? Confirmations. If we get a rejection of the highs, then I'm taking a trade going short. Right? When we get a break of structure of the zone of consolidation in the 4-hour time frame and a retest, that's when I'll start looking to take trades going long. Until price doesn't break these highs and give us a retest, this is where I'll take a trade to continue. Right? Up here, the only trade I'm taking up here is the same trades I took a couple weeks ago. If we get a rejection of the highs and price starts downtrending and we get an engulfing candle and we get an entry and we continue to push down to the bottom. Lower low, lower high. At the lower high, what am I looking for? Same thing. change of character, break of structure, the retest of the engulfing candle, lower high, lower low. Right? It's the same thing. Right? Once we go back down to the bottom of the zone of consolidation, what am I going to look for? I'm going to look for a rejection candle, right? And then for price to start doing what? Higher highs and higher low, higher high and higher low. Engulfing candle, perfect. Retest to continue to do what? Higher high. That's it. That's all I'm gonna look for. Rinse and repeat every single time, right? So gold right now, gotta be patient. There's really nothing on gold just yet. Bitcoin gave us 2 days of rise, very similar to US30, right? We know that we're trading now between higher high, higher low, and higher high, right? So we're trading between this 30-minute higher low and this higher high over here, right? And right now in the daily time frame, once again, we're in this little zone of consolidation, which looks a lot better in the 4 hour, where price is just moving sideways, right? We're trading lower low, lower high. And that's pretty much it for this, right? And I'm not really going to be trading Bitcoin, so I'm just keeping the chart updated, but I'm not going to be trading it as of right now. And then last but not least, oil. Did we finally start moving down? No, price still making lower lows and lower highs. So let's start from the top. So oil, we know that overall we're in a downtrend. We're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom. Once again, in a zone of consolidation where price is rejecting highs and rejecting lows. What could we expect now when price rejected these lows? To continue the push to the top side, right? In the 4 hour time frame, we had lower low, lower high. Then price went down and gave us another lower low, right, all the way back down to here. But then price did what? It went up and gave us a change of character, higher high, right? So let's mark this up, right? Change of character, higher high. From this high to here, we had the break, change of character, and changes to blue. Right, boom. 30-minute time frame, we have higher high, higher low, and then price went up and gave us a higher high. Right now we don't have a set high just yet in the 4 hours, so we'll keep it where it's at, and then we'll update this when we need to. Well, we could do this. We could change this right now. Fuck it. We're trading between this 4 hour high and these 4 hour lows all the way down here. Right, and then we want to start looking for engulfing candles. You want to start seeing price make lower lows and lower highs. But price is still making higher highs and higher lows. So that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Once again, I'm not really looking for anything in particular, right? You can see how these pairs are just trapping traders. Um, Pretty much it, guys. There's really nothing. I don't have any pairs really on my watch list. You know, could we be looking for something? Like, yeah, we can. We gotta wait till tomorrow. There's no pairs right now that stand out. Again, everything is moving counter. Everything is still just setting up. Again, we had news, crazy type of news last week. This week, every single day we've had news. Monday as well is a bank holiday here in the States. So I'm not expecting anything too crazy out of the markets. I'm really expecting for price to just continue to make these corrections, continue to give us these pullbacks, and then next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is when I'm really expecting price to turn around and start moving into the direction that we could be expecting it to be. So it's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Again, any questions, anything you guys want me to explain, let me know. Great session. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Anything at all, let me know. I'll give you guys a few seconds here to ask any questions. Have a good night. Thank you, my brother. Likewise. We'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll post in the Discord. Well, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning for sure. Um, I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord as well. Obviously, if I wake up and everything already hit STP or ADR, I might just turn the stream on just again to go over it the same way we've been doing it this entire week, pretty much. Um, but I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. If you, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. If you guys have any questions, again, just feel free to message me, especially the people who are watching the recording. If you guys are watching the recording, do not feel intimidated. You know, you're not a bother. This is what we're here for, right? It might sound like I'm a yapper and I fucking like to talk shit, but that's just who I am, right? I'm not here to call you guys stupid or anything. Again, a lot of people in the Discord could they'll tell you I'm not that type of person, right? When I get heated, I get heated, but that's just in the moment because we're doing these live sessions, and it just sucks seeing you guys take losses that are very unnecessary. And it's not because you don't know what you're looking at, right? Let's go in a little deeper than that, right? It's not that you don't know what you're looking at, it's just you're getting in on your own head, right? You're letting your anxiety and your nervousness get to you, right? You're not making decisions based on what you're seeing and what you know. You're making decisions because you feel like you want to take an entry, right? Once you get away from that and once you start overcoming that situation, trading is going to become a lot easier, right? This is why a lot of people say you have to be a robot when you trade, right? You have to be a robot. You have to let emotions, just let them go. Your emotions aren't real, right? Emotions is something that your brain is making up as you go, right? Let that shit go. Again, you have your rules in front of you. It's very difficult to not follow your rules if you have them right in front of you every single time, right? So leave you guys with that. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace out.